वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरुतेव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. I invoke the blessings of Lord Ganesha and the deity of beginnings and the remover of our obstacles, the Vignaharta, to mark the beginning of our two-day event. Namaskar and a warm welcome to one and all who have joined us from different time zones, as it is a mark of our undying tradition to invoke the Almighty at the beginning of an important event. Let us seek His choicest blessings by kindling the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. For this, I would request IT team to kindly play video of our customary lamp lighting ceremony.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. शुभं भवतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं सुखसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते.
Thank you, team. Welcome to this vital and timely gathering, the 28th Annual International Seminar on Human Intelligence, Artificial Intelligence, and Industry 5.0. This theme is deeply relevant in today's rapidly changing world, where technological innovation is reshaping economies, institutions, workplaces, and human relations and human relationships. In this context, we are reminded that Vidya Dadati Vinyam Vinyad Yati Patratam. Knowledge gives humility, and humility leads to worthiness. True education must therefore not only build competence, but also character, responsibility, and vision. Industry 5.0 calls for a human centered approach to progress, one that balances efficiency with empathy, innovation with ethics, and advancement with inclusion. In this age of artificial intelligence, human intelligence remains the guiding force that gives technology meaning, direction, and purpose. This seminar invites us to reflect on an essential question: how do we ensure that artificial intelligence, automation, and advanced technologies serve not only efficiency and innovation, but also human values, ethical responsibility, creativity, and inclusion? Industry 5.0 reminds us that progress must be human centric, sustainable, and resilient. Let us use this platform not only to exchange ideas, but also to strengthen our shared commitment to responsible innovation and academic excellence and human centric development as well. Thank you, and let the dialogue begin. Now, without further ado, let me take this opportunity to introduce to you all the Secretary General of the Organizing Committee, Professor Ajay Kumar Singh Ji. He is a distinguished academic administrator and thought leader in commerce and management education, currently serving as a senior professor at the Department of Commerce, Delhi School of Economics, University of Delhi. He has previously held key positions, including head and dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Business, Delhi School of Economics, University of Delhi, and vice chancellor of Sri Sri University, Odisha. Professor Singh also serves in prominent national roles such as chairperson of the Delhi University Sports Council and Adhyaksh Delhi Prant, Bharatiya Shiksha Mandal. His contributions span across academia, professional bodies, NGOs, and global forums, making him a multifaceted scholar, mentor, and institution builder. A very warm welcome to you, sir. I would request you to kindly extend a welcome note to our amazing audience and also elucidate the theme of the seminar. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Sabhi ko namaste. good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on the time zone that you have joined.
Sir, we can't.
Please allow me from the other system also.
Okay.
Please let me post on the laptop also. I've joined from laptop as well. Yeah, thank you. Because the connectivity is poor here of the Airtel connection, so I thought let me have Geo also simultaneously working.
There is a little echo in your voice, sir.
Okay. I'll mute this one. I hope it is fine now.
Yes, sir.
So it's a matter of great privilege and honor for me to be in front of you 20th time in consecutive form every year by year. This is the 20th Annual International Seminar. This time it is on human intelligence, artificial intelligence, and Industry 5.0. And we have industry experts, also experts from the academia as well, to share their insights into this. And that will make it more interesting and more meaningful for the students also and all the participants. What do we understand by human as a human being is one question that we should always consider. Are we human beings or not? Are we allowing us to be living in a form that we are meant for? Are we able to play our role as human beings or not? मनुष्य का जीवन तो मिला है, लेकिन मनुष्यता आई है क्या, ये प्रश्न मैं कर रहा हूँ. तो वो एक इम्पोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है. आर यू एबल टू सी माय स्लाइड?
Yes, sir.
So Industry 5.0, if we talk about, it shifts the focus from the shareholder value to stakeholder value and reinforces the role and the contribution of industry to society. Industry 5.0 recognizes the power of industry to achieve societal goals beyond jobs and growth, to become a resilient provider of prosperity by making production respect the boundaries of our planet and placing the well-being of the industry worker at the center of the production process. So it is more human-centric, more resilient, and the challenges of what we are saying, the development that has taken place till now, which has brought sustainable development goals, which still have not yet been achieved. So all three taken together is the ecosystem that we need to create for this Industry 5.0. If we see how it has moved, industrial revolution, we all know, started somewhere around 1780s, and that is how United Kingdom actually became so powerful that it ruled so many countries just by the power of the industrial revolution and many other things apart from that. And then when the electricity was invented, then we saw the second industrial revolution, that is in 1900. Then when computers came into being, it was 1970s, we can call it as Industry 3.0. And when the internet and other things started taking shape, and now artificial intelligence, we can call it as Industry 4.0. So 120 years from 1 to 2, 70 years from 2 to 3, 30 years from 3 to 4. And the time span is reducing as we talk of Industry 5.0, equal global trade potential. India has been a contributor to the global trade around 33% plus for ages in the earlier centuries. And in Industry 5.0, again, probably it is the time for India to come back and show to the world how India can actually take the lead. It can become, Vishwaguru. And by 2047, as we have a goal to make India a, developed part of the world. So artificial intelligence has transformed how we analyze data, automate processes, and solve complex problems. Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhatnagar is an expert on this, so he would talk more of these aspects. However, AI remains dependent on human knowledge, values, and purpose. Human intelligence possesses qualities that machines cannot replicate: creativity and imagination, ethical judgment, emotional intelligence, compassion and empathy, intuition and wisdom. All these aspects actually require a lot of detailed understanding, insights, and discussion. But the time is less, so I would move on to quickly on this. The future, therefore, is not about human versus AI, but AI, human plus AI. So don't think that jobs are being lost. You don't have any role to play. You have a role to play, but you have to reskill yourself, upgrade yourself, upskill yourself, unlearn what you have learned, and relearn the new things that are required. So it is Industry 5.0. If we see vision and directions, it redefines progress by placing human beings at the center of technological transformation. Its three foundational pillars are human-centric innovation, sustainability, and resilience, as I talked to you earlier about that. And the future workplace would be characterized by collaboration between human and intelligent machines. Emerging trends include collaborative robots or cobots, personalized manufacturing, digital twins, intelligent supply chains, AI-assisted decision-making, human-machine collaboration. And consequently, employers will increasingly value skills that machines cannot easily imitate, and which requires creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, ethical leadership, adaptability, lifelong learning. So artificial intelligence, if we see, it's reshaping the work, and this is most visible at the entry level. The report notes, if we talk of this report of June 2026 of World Economic Forum on artificial intelligence and the future of entry-level work, the report notes that more than 1 in 3 young workers globally are employed in occupations with medium to high exposure to AI-driven task change, rather than eliminating every entry-level job. Automating that would be important. That would happen, but reskilling would be required for the people. So AI is automating routine activities within jobs, but people have to find out how they will be useful. As a result, future employees will spend less time on repetitive work and more time on analytical thinking, decision making, creativity, collaboration, customer engagement. That is how for NEP 2020, when we say higher levels of Bloom's taxonomy, evaluate, create the top 2 levels that we say: analyze, evaluate, create top 3 levels, ability to apply, analyze, evaluate, create. So if we focus on those, then we are actually building up this kind of a generation. The traditional career ladder is being reshaped. Skills will become obsolete more quickly as AI evolves. Workers will need to update their knowledge throughout their careers, making lifelong learning a necessity rather than an option. And when we say what is responsible sustainable development and Industry 5.0, then technology without responsibility can deepen inequalities, amplify bias, and create new ethical dilemmas. So responsible artificial intelligence must therefore be transparent, fair, inclusive, accountable, secure, and environmentally sustainable. So Industry 5.0 directly contributes to the United Nations SDGs by supporting quality education, decent work, innovation, sustainable industries, climate action, and global partnerships. So what is absolute intelligence? If we go beyond artificial intelligence, recently launched in Los Angeles, the Institute of Absolute Intelligence brings together neuroscientists, scholars, technologists, and spiritual seekers to explore the relationship between consciousness, human intelligence, and artificial intelligence. Its vision is to bridge ancient wisdom with modern science and examine how technology can serve the expansion of human potential rather than replace it. So if we see the comparison of these, three levels of intelligences, artificial intelligence, human intelligence, absolute intelligence, then we realize that in AI, it is about computing aspect, the processes, it processes data, algorithm is being used, and machine learning, external factors are more important in this in terms of input also. For human intelligence, it's about thinking aspect of it. It is about ability to create new ideas, the consciousness which is unique to an individual, human learning, and it is more inward looking, internal kind of a thing. If we go more deeper, पंचकोश यात्रा जो हम कहते हैं, वो जब होती है अन्नमय कोश, प्राणमय कोश, मनोमय कोश, विज्ञानमय कोश, आनंदमय कोश, then this intellect is part of Vijnanamaya Kosh. So if we are able to manage the journey from Annamaya Kosh to Anandamaya Kosh, then human intelligence is actually developed. And if we are able to go beyond that, then it comes to this absolute intelligence that knows aspect of it, and the ability to create wisdom, universal intelligence. You are able to download data as Ramanujan used to download mathematical theorems from the cosmic intelligence. So this universal intelligence, ability to connect to the higher self and able to download information for that. From there, the self-realization aspect of it, the unity of yourself and the higher self. What we call yoga is the ability to unite yourself so that you can move to the infinite. The भारत gave zero, भारत zero दिया मेरे भारत ने, गाना भी है, और वो इन्फिनिटी की तरफ से ही आया वो जो है. So minus infinity to plus infinity, if we see, the ability to move into all that dimensions is about absolute intelligence, which Sri Ravi Shankar ji has mentioned. So I mentioned to you about Ramanujan, who was an Indian mathematician who worked during the early 20th century. He made substantial contributions to mathematical analysis, and several theorems were proposed by him which people were not able to understand at that point of time, the number theory, infinite series, and continued factors and all that. And similarly, Shakuntala Devi, if we see, known as the human computer, amazed everyone by her skills of mathematics and showed how fun numbers can be. So these are just two examples. We see Pragya Yoga in Art of Living, where the people who are able to see without eyes, that means इंद्रियों के अलावा जो हमारा बाकी का जो cosmic system के साथ जो connection है, if we are able to connect to that, then we are able to download information from there. So these children who are able to do intuition course are able to actually dive deep into those. So the way forward is that we are able to not only leverage what Industry 5.0 has to offer, what artificial intelligence has to offer, what human intelligence has to do in terms of what currently we know, but also to go and venture into what we don't know currently. I don't know that I don't know domain we need to venture into and ensure that we are able to connect to the cosmic intelligence. The consciousness is broadened, the horizon is broadened. We have a lot of experts in the inaugural session who are supposed to make a presentation. I welcome each one of them. Professor Sunil Maheshwari has joined from US, and that is one of the reasons that we have kept a time zone wherein people from different parts of the world can actually connect and share their experiences at this session. So I welcome each and every member of the organizing committee, the experts, the guests, the chief guest, the guest of honor, the delegates, paper presenters, each one of them who has joined today in this session once again. And thank you very much for being with us in this 28th Annual International Seminar. Namaste.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening our audience with the theme and sharing your valuable insights. Your words have truly set the tone for today's event, reminding us of the purpose and promise that brings us together. Moving ahead, we are delighted to welcome the keynote speaker of the session, a seasoned business and technology leader, board member, author, and humanitarian. With over 25 years of rich industry experience, Dr. Bhatnagar is presently the chairman of Futred Innovation Studios Private Limited and serves as a board member and advisor to multiple technology companies. He is an internationally respected thought leader in digital transformation and future technologies. He has co authored Enterprise IoT and founded the IIT Future Tech Panel in India. His visionary work has earned him accolades including ET CEO of the Year IoT 2022 and ET Now's Business Leader of the Year 2019. As a mark of our respect and warm appreciation, I would now like to request the IT team to kindly play the short clip of bouquet presentation as a gesture of the virtual felicitation to our distinguished guests. Though we may be presenting the bouquet in a virtual format, the sincerity of our welcome, gratitude, and honor remains most heartfelt. We deeply value the gracious presence of our esteemed guests whose support and association add great dignity to this occasion. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhatnagar, a pioneer at the intersection of innovation, technology, and leadership. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shipra. It's been such a pleasure for me. I will be taking the bouquet from Professor Ajay Singh ji, who both of us are in the same location. So, while there's a virtual one, I'll make sure that I get it from Ajay ji when I'm going to meet him in next few hours. So, thank you very much for inviting me. It's been an honor and a pleasure for me to be here. I think it is the third or the fourth consecutive time I have been invited. And Professor Ajay Kumar Singh ji, like an elder brother, it's an honor for me that he is inviting me, and I've been getting a chance to interact with all of you. I have been working on the Internet of Things and then on the artificial intelligence from quite some time. From the industry perspective, the topic is very relevant today with human index, human intelligence, artificial intelligence, industry 5.0. I have a small slide, few slides, which I want to show you. And please, somebody has to confirm.
Your video, your PPT is visible. You can put it on the full screen.
Shipraji, can you say yes? Or
yes, sir.
Yeah, I have done it on a full screen right now.
We can see it.
Yeah. So, when the artificial intelligence today is scaling much faster than the trust in Indian academia. And because most of you are from the academia, that's why I thought of using this. And ethical and explainable AI is no longer an option. I keep on saying this on multiple forums that, when you go and buy a helmet, you see if whether it's an ISI marked or not. ISI mark give everybody a confidence that this product has gone through some quality standards. It has been checked and verified. But when we start using an AI platform, we do not check for any kind of authenticity, verification that yes, this is good for us and this is something which we should be using. But right now, with India is projected to have 50 plus million higher education students by 2030. And over 65% of universities are experimenting today with AI tools, whether they are for admissions, grading, proctoring, analytics, even for assessments. But yet, less than 20% of the institutions have a formal AI ethics or governance framework. And I feel that it's such an important thing right now But if we are not going to focus on the ethics and governance framework, the result will be extremely catastrophic for the country. Because the AI system will affect the student's future and become a systematic risk. The automation without accountability, decisions without explanation, and efficiency without trust. So we're getting into such kind of level where 50 million plus of our students will be on higher education and 65% plus universities will be using AI tools and less than 20% will have any ethical framework and governance framework to manage these things. And if we won't do it, it will have a major challenge for us. And why a responsible AI matters? Because AI systems are currently getting into all education, governance, healthcare, research, everywhere they're getting into. And they are making decisions on behalf of humans now and algorithmically mediated by humans, but there is a lack of transparency. And there's a hidden bias, there's a loss of trust and ethical and legal risk. I give you an example that if you go to Perplexity and ask if India has done anything on metallurgy, it will say they think that historically they might have done, but there is no proof. Whereas we have in possession many of the manuscripts which keeps on telling about how Indian advanced metallurgy system worked in the past. If you're going to ask ChatGPT whether India has done anything on the atomic theory, it will say it was not done and it was started only in UK in 1876. Whereas the Karnat Samhita speaks about 2600 years back what used to be atomic theory. And I can give you multiple examples. And if you think about deep sea and you ask them about Arunachal Pradesh, it will say it is not a question I'm ready to answer. You please ask me something else. That means all these three systems has some hidden bias. How can I trust them? And what are the kind of legal risks where we can come up with? So all these things are associated with generative AI risk for how to use them. And there's a need for responsible AI is definitely a need and we need to work on it. There's another word which we are using now, which is called explainable. There are different stakeholders and every decision making intelligence, auditability and accountability, everything needs to be there. Because unless we're going to use it, there will be a lot of problems. And explainable means if you are saying this is like this, then that system has to explain and somebody has to be made accountable that at what proof, how can you come out with the accuracy without explanation, create lots of opaque systems that cannot be trusted. So if you need to get trusted, artificial intelligence needs to be governed and ethically deployed. I can, because I have limitation of time. So the bias, again, the human bias is always there. And how can we remove the human bias is something which we have already been thinking about. But when we are going to put an AI system, an AI system is built by humans, and these humans will have an inbuilt bias. So 80 to 90 global AI training data is based on English centric. It is used on Wikipedia. It is used on social media and the latest news. Where India represents 17% of the population in world population, our data set is less than 3% of the AI data sets. That means what has been there is very, very amount of data which India has. Whether rural, first generation students or regional languages, we can imagine present around world population. AI data sets are 10%, 80 to 9% is generated from what is there at the center. So the consequences are the algorithms gets biased, and they are specific to that particular people who are working on it. So unrepresentative data creates unfair outcomes when it's scaled. So that means if we need to do something, we need to work on our own systems, create some things. When we think about the Indian knowledge system, the large language model, which are predominantly trained on the Western data sets, they are structurally biased. They don't represent the current knowledge. They are inaccurate or superficial narrative about Bharat and the global South. And reinforcement of education and culture, inequity at scale, are multilingual and low source language, non-standardization, oral experimental form of our knowledge are not represented in this. That means there is a need for us own to build our own India-centric AI frameworks. And every organization needs to create what is the context at which they are working, the multilingual and inclusive design, human in loops in the architecture, institutional ethics and governance, and legal and societal alignment. While Niti Aayog, MIT, DST, DRDO, and ISRO, Indian Standard Organization, everybody is investing on AI. There's a need for us to work on the framework where AI academia is essential to learn. How can we give more transparency, accountability, and institutional trust, and how to make it more acceptable is what we all work on. Again, Professor Ajay has spoken about how NEP 2020 teaches and how to make it ubiquitous for all these AI-based things. How can we bring 22 languages and 1,600 dialects of India? How AI becomes risk bias instead of inclusion. So there is to create all these problems, solutions for these problems. I have a lot of examples to give, but I'm just stopping there and not taking you on in that. In the end, what I want to say, for a Viksit Bharat, our education system must not only be digitally advanced, aligned. विकसित भारत के लिए शिक्षा में विश्वास, तकनीक में जिम्मेदारी होना बहुत आवश्यक है. With this kind of points, I just want to keep on talking about now on the industry we're using, running the machines, the output, and how to work on it. And if these get biased and the data is not properly managed, it will have a much, much bigger problems. So when we think about Industry 5.0, when artificial intelligence is the base, where machines will take their own decisions, the machines will start running for each and every activity in the manufacturing part or any of the industry part, we need to see how the data sets are more proper and they can be controlled. And each and every organization, whether it's academy or industry, needs to work on the legal framework, the correct framework, and how to ensure that it's ethical. In the latest, there's right now 1.5 million different AI large language models that have come out. 1.5 million. Okay. Out of this 1.5 million, there's one, I got to give you an example, where they have been able to write the seventh slok of chapter 11 of Gita as a different slok. I've been saying this in multiple forums. In the future, everybody will start agreeing to what the IT systems or the AI is saying. Okay. We will accept what they are saying. Imagine if they have written something incorrect about Gita. In future, people will start accepting that the 11th chapter, 7th slok of Gita is not what was written in the book, but what has been told in that AI system. So it's becoming more and more challenging for us. And this challenge is something which we all need to work on. And there, the term called human intelligence is really required. Because when we are going to start using technology, the human intelligence has to start working at a different level. Many people are thinking, what is the new role of human? When all even creativity, a painting or a poem or any presentation can be prepared by an artificial AI platform, and what will the human role? I just want to share, I'm not sure what age group everybody here is, but I am 100% sure that my two young daughters will definitely be traveling to Moon. And Chanda Mama won't be Durke. Because like today, I can travel from Delhi to Mumbai and Delhi to America in a flight, there'll be a time in next 5 to 10 years when anybody can travel to moon as a tourist. Then in those cases, how the system will work? How will we have something like what we have as a Google uh, or a Zoom today, and we are doing all these kind of things? How will I have a call with my daughter when she'll be on moon? What kind of network that will be required? What kind of antennas that will be required? What kind of instruments that will be required? Whether the Zoom will work, I'm sure that won't work because it's working on Earth and that requires a different kind of network. When it will be moon and then later on in Mars, the kind of technology that will be required for everybody will be very different. The human brain has to start working on solving such kind of problems. The amount of data that get computed in artificial intelligence need huge amount of GPUs. The GPUs consume huge amount of energy and they get lots and lots of heat. That means by having more and more AI systems, we are impacting the sustainability and the climate of our Earth. That means when we use more AI, we'll be computing more, we'll be requiring more energy, and we'll be generating more heat. Then what will the future? How will we manage it? That means there'll be a need of data centers in space, where the space will require 24 cross 7 sun energy, solar energy, because sun is available in space for 24 hours, not as on Earth. In some parts, it's not even available for few hours. Okay. So that means we have to create a data center in space or in the ocean so that the amount of heat, electricity or energy that is required can be taken from sun, and if whatever heat that will be generated because of huge computation can be there in the space and it won't impact our Earth's environment. That means the human brain has to start interacting and create intelligence to create solutions of that level because our problems and our requirements are changing. And the answer for how will we interact between moon and the earth is still not there in AI because we haven't put the data sets because that data sets are not available. So human intelligence has to start working on the next level of challenges and the next level of problems. Whether it's healthcare, whether it's aging, whether it is energy, whether it is to travel in the mobility in the future, everything requires the human brain to start working on the next level. So while we are talking about Industry 5.0, artificial intelligence, and the human intelligence, the human has to start working that our future generations will also be able to work on next level of challenges with mankind is going to face. And for that, our education system needs to see how can we ensure that the human intelligence is not getting impacted, but is enhancing. I'm sure all the people who are sitting in this conference must have seen a film called Terminator, where the robots had taken over on Earth and humans are fighting to see how to get the Earth's control back from the robots to humans. And to avoid that kind of thing to happen, there's a need for all of us to ensure that human intelligence is improved in the same manner how we are improving the artificial intelligence platforms. So while the artificial intelligence frameworks, artificial intelligence platforms, frameworks, ethics, wise, responsible AI, explainable things, something which we have to create for each and every organization. We need to ensure that AI is not impacting our everyday decision and humans are responsible for taking the decision. They can support and they can guide, but they should not be taking the final decision. We should remain responsible for that. It's something of kind of framework is required for every organization. Machines and human needs to collaborate and work, and artificial intelligence need to help. But the human intelligence needs to work in a different manner because our challenges, our requirements, and our future is looking for humans to find solutions for whether it's healthcare challenges, whether it is mobility challenges between moon and the earth, and other things, future of the fuel, climate change, and many other things. And we need to continue finding these solutions. With that kind of thought, I think this conference will help all of us to brainstorm and work on finding different actionable items in human intelligence improvement, creating the framework and for ethical and governance model for AI for any industry and in academia. I'd like to thank everybody for inviting me again for this kind of conference. Thank you very much.
Very true to your profile, Dr. Bhatnagar. You have very precisely expressed or given ideas for, as a future leader, leader, you have given ideas to the students and they can think over, they can deliberate on the kinds of ideas that you have offered to the students. Probably we can take a router to the moon, the kind of routers we have in our homes for internet connections. So, someone may come up with those kinds of applications. Moving, no, to add to what Sir has been saying, as we reflect on the transformative power of artificial intelligence, we are also reminded that technology must always remain guided by ethics, empathy, and responsibility. In the Indian tradition, the timeless wisdom of Satyam Vad Dharm Char, speak the truth and follow righteousness, offers a powerful compass for responsible innovation. In the age of AI, these ancient ideals become even more relevant, urging us to ensure that progress remains human centered, ethical, and inclusive. We extend our sincere thanks to our distinguished keynote speaker, Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhatnagar, for your gracious presence and inspiring address at today's event. Your reflections on the theme of human intelligence, artificial intelligence, and Industry 5.0 have brought valuable perspective and depth to our deliberations. Your insights have reminded us of our shared responsibility in shaping a more inclusive, ethical, and sustainable future. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our guest of honor. We have, with us Professor Sunil Maheshwari, Chairperson and Professor, Department of Accounting and Information Systems, Eberly College of Business, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. He brings with him over 27 years of teaching experience, along with significant contributions to research, curriculum development, accreditation, and student learning. Professor Maheshwari has an outstanding academic record with 57 research articles, 94 co-authored textbooks, and 52 conference presentations nationally and internationally. His textbooks have had a wide impact across India and have been recommended by leading professional bodies such as ICAI, ICWAI, and ICSI. He is also widely recognized for his service to higher education, including leadership in AACSB, accounting accreditation, curriculum innovation, and quality assurance. In addition, he has industry experience as a system analyst, cost accountant, and financial controller. Once again, I request the IT team to kindly play the clip of bouquet presentation for our distinguished guest as a mark of respect and warm felicitation. Please join me in warmly welcoming Professor Sunil Maheshwari, sir. Over to you, sir.
Hello, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So again, nice to be back here. Thank you, Shipra. Thank you, Ajay, and the whole team. Rishi, thank you for your words of wisdom. So I'll try to skip some of the things which have been already said and try to limit it to something new. So I'll take over I'll share my screen. Let me know in a second if you're able to see it.
Yes, sir. You can put it on a full screen.
Are you able to see it on the full screen?
It was, but now again it has gone back to the normal view.
Now,
I can see that in another part of United States.
okay, we'll just continue with this, I guess.
It's visible to me.
Okay.
We can see that. We can see. The only thing is not in the slideshow mode, but we can.
Okay, I'll just get started. So thank you everyone, and thank you to the team, and thank you all the participants who are here listening on a Saturday evening or a morning, as the case might be. So as far as AI is concerned, sometimes I feel it is nothing new. Means from the manual books of accounting, when the calculators came in, that was AI to some extent. Then your automation of journal entry making came in, and then the Excel, etc. All this, and we have been using autopilots on the planes for a long time. So it's just a different level. So, and I think we have been using AI knowingly, unknowingly for a long time. Anyway, so as far as the Industry 5.0 is concerned, it is basically what we are saying is we are trying to integrate the technology with the human values. Human values being the creativity, sustainability, and customization in the business. So we still need to have the human aspect of it, which is basically ethical considerations as mentioned by Rishiji. Now, as far as the AI is concerned, as everyone probably knows, now that AI can take a long or a big amount of data and can recognize patterns, automate tasks, and generate content. And it's phenomenal for some of the things which are being done, and it reduces the time and the effort significantly. Although it lacks consciousness and moral responsibility, it cannot understand the context or emotional nuances like humans can do. So for that reason, for creating the value, purpose, and ethical framework that guides the decision making, the human will probably still remain superior. As Ajay was mentioning regarding absolute intelligence, for us, for many of us, it's still a long way away, but we are moving towards that slowly. Ajay might have reached there already, but not me. To give you some examples where even the human interaction and human precision has been there, I was in Mumbai for 2 years and got my dabba delivered every day for 2 years. The 5,000 dabbawalas approximately deliver 200,000 lunch boxes across Mumbai in that city where there can be uncertainty, but that determines or that shows the human memory, intuition, and teamwork to navigate the landscape over there. So as far as if there is chaos and unpredictability, your human intelligence will probably work much better. In the Kerala food flood rescue during 2018, AI mapped everything, flooded areas. It provided crucial data for the rescue operations as well. However, it was the human interventions that truly saved lives. For example, there was an elderly couple which was stranded on the roof, and they didn't want to leave their goat pet over there. So the rescuers had to make a decision to take all of them. And AI might have said that the goat is unessential luggage, or without understanding the human context. Similarly, in the tribal welfare verification in the tribal regions, eligibility is often complicated due to diverse cultural practices and lack of formal documentation. And the AI will be ineffective in these contexts. And the field officers over there play a essential role when they interact with the people over there to determine the eligibility. And that again underlies the importance of human interaction. AI could be superior where, again, as I said, where the data sets are vast and recognition of faster pattern is needed. And it can achieve the output in seconds where humans might take hours or days. Apollo Hospital uses AI to analyze medical images 40% faster than human can do it. And it can also detect very smaller abnormalities which might be missed by the humans. So, but again, the treatment has to be done by the humans and taking into account the entire picture of the human body or for that particular patient. Similarly, the railways use AI to monitor 67,000 kilometers of their track. And in a critical instance, AI was able to detect unusual vibrations, preventing major catastrophic derailment. So does it help? Yes. And that cannot be probably done by the humans. Similarly, smart metering or power theft detection. In the real millions of smart meters data points in real time have been used to flag anomalies and reduce significant theft significantly, saving billions of dollars in the process. For the farmers, AI has been a boon because now they can just take pictures, find out in advance what is happening, and then treat it. So yes, AI provides the context. AI is able to recognize the patterns, but someone has to finish the work that's where the humans will be involved as well. Same thing with the Tata Steel. AI scans the molten steel for defects, but the final judgment for ensuring precision and accountability in the production remains with the human. In case of UPI fraud detection system, same thing, billions of transactions. It's probably impossible for the humans to investigate those transactions. Whenever the transaction is flagged, a human team will investigate, applying the contextual understanding to ensure security. So this Industry 5.0 is basically, as others have mentioned, as Rishiji mentioned, as Ajay mentioned, they are basically a collaboration of both human intelligence and artificial intelligence. Bangalore's AI workforce basically plays an important role because they teach AI what it is. AI doesn't learn on its own. It has to be fed the data. So as far as human plus AI collaboration is concerned, that will speed how the data is handled, how the decisions are made, and the humans will manage the strategy and the trust factor. Now, every organization will need to leverage both to be able to achieve the success that is needed. As far as the impact on the businesses are concerned, AI-driven automation can reduce operational costs by about 30%. AI chatbots have increased the response time to the customers by 50% or so. And every day, newer products are coming in, and they are working as the such as predictive maintenance tools, which can lead to new revenue streams for the businesses. basically what we are saying is it's there. As we say, genie is out of the bottle, whether you like it or not, it's going to be there for some time until Industry 6.0 comes in with something else. Maybe absolute wisdom, intelligence, or something like that. Impact on the economy. Global GDP is projected to increase by about $15.7 trillion. By 2030, it will create 133 million new jobs. So will it replace jobs? Yes, to some extent. But at the same time, we as humans create new problems every day and have new expectations every day. And that's why it will create millions of new jobs, particularly in data analysis, AI training, and ethical governance roles. 375 million workers might be displaced if no proactive workforce training development is done. And obviously, there is a need for the policy and the infrastructure for it. Means every country is at a different level at this time. Means I have talked to many accounting professionals over here. I asked them very point blank that does the need for accounting professional change? Everyone basically said no, it doesn't really make much of a difference for our profession. Similarly, I've talked to the hospitality industry. They said no, it means that it just helps to expedite the process. Some of my thoughts on this. There was a bomb in the recent war, which there was US were bombed Iran, their school was bombed. The decision was how can a school be bombed although AI was involved? AI provided the data, and based upon that, some humans approved it, and it turned out to be a school. Why? As Dr. Rishi was mentioning, the data itself was not correct. That place was a military establishment 20 years ago, and the data was not updated. So when Dr. Rishi mentioned again and again about the data models, to work on the data models, if you don't have the right data, the model itself will not work. And humans by nature are lazy. No one validated it, no one validated the data, and due to the time pressure of just bombing it, it was bombed. Yes, there is a human bias, as Dr. Rishi was mentioning, but at the same time, there is laziness also. Once the information is provided by the AI, we need to also, as a human intelligence, or use absolute intelligence to see whether everything is correct. Does it make sense or not? And if we do not give up that laziness or bias, the wrong decisions will be approved by humans. So that's kind of to me, that's a problem. And AI, therefore, will never be perfect. Why? Because data cannot be fed. All of the data can never be fed. Again, because of the human laziness or the human bias. Or due to the sense of putting blame on someone. So all those factors do need to be taken into consideration when we look at the AI system. So that's my pitch on the topic. Thank you very much for listening. Appreciate your time.
True progress happens when knowledge, compassion, and communication come together. The value of face-to-face dialogue, shared experience, and respectful engagement cannot be replaced, for it is through human interaction that ideas become relationships and relationships become transformation. Thank you very much, Professor Sunil Maheshwari, sir, for your enriching address, your academic experience, and thoughtful reflections have greatly enriched the spirit of this inaugural session. It is our privilege to welcome Professor Anil Kumar Singh Ji, Director General, Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research, who is a senior academician and administrator with over 40 years of teaching and research experience in the field of commerce. Former professor at Sri Aurobindo College Evening, University of Delhi, he holds a PhD in Human Resource Development. His academic interests include HRM, organizational culture, and public policy, with numerous publications in reputed journals, including Vikalpa and other peer-reviewed platforms. Professor Singh has served extensively in national roles, including as member of the Faculty of Commerce and Business, University of Delhi, and the Task Force on Health at the university.
I think, let me start instead of giving.
Okay, sir. Over to you. Sir.
Now, coming to the topic, basically, I think most of the things are covered by, mainly by Professor Sunil Maheshwari, Professor Ajay Kumar Singh, and Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhatnagar. So, my task is a bit. So coming to the top, I will skip many of the things because already a lot of things are spoken with regard to human intelligence, and so artificial intelligence basically recognizes speech and the voice and understand the language, and thereafter so now coming to the basics, I'm talking about for masses, but artificial intelligence play a key role is with regard to in our daily life, and mainly the Google, Siri, Alexa. So all these are the formats, and it is being used by Netflix, Spotify, and if we look at the life very carefully, we'll find that most of the things, whether it's a cell phone, our search for going for on a social media and searching something, in India, especially because of the large demography, basically online behavior is being controlled practically by the artificial intelligence, and it not only helps because I think the Indians, roughly about 50 crores cell phones are there in the hands of Geo, and most of the population is having cell phone. More than one, that's another issue altogether, but thing is that this is something basic minimum which the people in India they are having, and they are using it without realizing that they are being manipulated by the AI. So whether it's an online behavior, if you are going for online shopping and other things, all the things, the hospitals, other places, one will find that the AI has taken a key space without making you realize that they are in the space. And that creates a major bias. Bias in the sense that if somebody is looking for something, you will get same information. If suppose I am pro Modi, I'll get all the information with regard to the PM. If I am anti, I'll get all the information. So information provided by AI is giving you a target. Another thing is that the privacy is missing, and privacy is missing to great extent that if I open my cell phone and ask for route, then they know my home address, they know my workplace. So this is one thing which is very seriously compromised with the passage of time, and this data is being used by others also. So that's why Supreme Court of India, they came with the right to privacy and such kind of act for simple reason that this encroachment into the life of the people is something which AI has done without making you realize that these things are being done. And naturally, there's need for data protection as well as the clear regulations for the privacy. Major threat with the growing use of AI, especially in India, not that to that extent things are not been done. But if you, Dr. Ajay, he was showing pictures at how the development took place. So till the basically internet came, the rise of US began with the rise of use of internet and further extension of US rise. It goes with the rise of the use of artificial intelligence. Those companies with the artificial intelligence, their GDP is larger than the GDP of India. So that is a change that has taken place. And last 6 months, we are visualizing change. Not that we are not, we are reskilling, upskilling. There's need for government and business to invest in such kind of things. But fact of the matter is that AI has entered into the life of the people and there are ethical challenges as discussed earlier by many of the earlier speakers. So I'll not go for ethical, but with regard to AI application, it is on predictions, gaming, healthcare, advertisement, analytics, search engines, social media, online shopping, robots. So look at the area, you will find that most of the things are being covered. Now coming to my favorite topic of stock exchange. Because of the AI, 3 days back, I think $1 trillion was lost in the US market, which is considered to be the mother of all the market in the world. So out of 10 companies, 9 are using either AI or they are online or they are the technological based company. So that has changed the whole dimension. When in 90s, number of organizations were 5, 6. Now it is almost 9 out of 10 organizations are being controlled by US. So the US reach over the world that has gone up with the use of AI and other technological tools. So that has created a situation in which a person become trillionaire within a day. And I think is 50% of the journey was covered within one day when the IPO was launched. So this is how the technology and AI has created. So AI uses advanced algorithm and real-time data from multiple solutions as financial reports, news articles, social media, economic indicators, and market. So basically, stock market reacts to a news, and news can be anything. AI can predict to certain extent, it can reduce the losses. That is, and with the use of technology, investment is going up not only in India. India, I think we were 3 crores in 2000, and only one thing which was going up during Corona was the stock market was open because of the factors that it is something which it is linked with the technology and not and the human interface was there. And that has resulted in lot of growth in this sector, but at the same time from fifth we have reached to number 7 with regard to stock markets. And as I said, that 1 trillion was lost, and the same day the Taiwan market and the Korean market also lost by 10%. Korean lost by 10%, and then Taiwan lost by more than 5 to 6%, and another loss. So this kind of trend that AI being they are influencing the whole of the financial market in a very big way. They first influence that just as the banking came into existence, and thereby the role of UPI that has been increased in India, not in other nations, but the number of transactions online that has gone up in a significant way. So that was something that AI has transformed with regard to investments. So investments are also with the help of app and other things. It is much easier to understand the whole world information, and there are tools which gives you right kind of trading. Basically, because most of the trading, 95% of the uh, whatever transaction do take place, 95% is in the derivative, and derivatives are basically is roughly about trading. It's not investment. So there also they are coming in a big way and giving importance to institutional buyers rather than giving to ordinary small traders. So just as I said, that 1 trillion is lost. It is lost for simple reason because and the positions are being hit, and ultimately people start losing money. They are losing their stop loss. And ultimately that led to a situation in which the American market gone down by more than 5% within a day, and $1 trillion was lost. So this kind of challenge is also there. It's not that AI and we are facing problems with regard to wars that are going on. The political leadership that has been provided by the topmost nations of the world that has created more problem rather than. So AI on the one hand is giving certain solution, but on the other hand there are other issues such as economy that is facing problem. Uh, but at the same time, again, AI has benefited more to US. The money instead of from rest of the world is going towards the US market instead of going to some other market, because the currency of a dollar is now stronger. So immediate impact is that if you trade in dollar terms, naturally it will benefit the US. So the biggest beneficiary of AI is the US, because they are ultimately reaching to the billions of people. That is the reason behind generating trillions of market cap, and that led to situation in which Americans, they become the leaders, and one of the reason is AI, and their potential, their investment, their research in AI led to situation in which rest of the world is just basically So it has created an environment in which the few Americans that they become trillionaires, and individuals can become trillionaire never thought of earlier, and the gap between the first and second is too much. Although most of the all the top 10 companies are, and 9 companies are technological companies. So AI has created a gap much bigger and faster. I remember one day the rise in the stock market was equivalent. One share was equivalent to the total price of total market cap of Reliance. So this kind of thing that has happened in the world never happened earlier. That uh, and all these things are being created because of the AI. So it is because it's user-friendly interfaces, automated investments, and real-time tracking that is possible, and that smart investing is going on. So with this, thanks a lot for patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Anil Kumar Singh ji, for your inspiring and meaningful address. Your words have brought depth and direction to our discussion, and we are grateful for the wisdom you have shared with us today. A lot of interesting discussions are going on in the chat box. I must say the topic is such an interesting thing, and thus we can see with the discussions. I know one of the questions that I was going through, that about if AI is having so much negative and also along with it few positives, then why we are so much after AI? So आई थिंक जीवन का सार एक तरीके का है कि एवरीवेयर वेर एवर यू लुक यू हैव पॉजिटिव्स एंड निगेटिव्स सो वी हैव टू जैसे हर सिक्के के दो पहलू होते हैं सो वी हैव टू सी which side we are taking or what we are incorporating in our lives, what aspect we are incorporating in our lives. And anyways, moving ahead further, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and deep respect that we welcome an extraordinary global thought leader, Dr. Rajesh Khajuria ji, Ambassador, Global Accreditation Leader, and Certified Management Consultant with over 42 years of transformative impact across 4 continents. Former Commissioner on the Accreditation Governing Body of ACBSP USA, serving 1,100 business schools and university campuses across 60 plus countries, and currently Ambassador of the Accreditation Agency, Curaco, representing European accreditation standards globally. Our WTO expert, PhD supervisor, editorial board member of international journals, and recipient of 125 plus national and international awards, Dr. Khajuria mentors universities across USA, EU, India, South Asia, and the Middle East. Most recently, appointed Professor Emeritus at San American University of Mongolia, he brings first-hand ground-level experience as chair of the site visit team representing European and Mongolian government experts, assessing how Athia Europe's traditional accreditation is elevating and transforming Mongolia's higher education sector. Today, Dr. Khajuria will share with us his powerful real-world journey of quality accreditation and global academic excellence. We have been seeing a few questions also whether India or the world is ready for the kind of AI is bringing changes into academic, whether the faculty members are ready for it. So I think Dr. Khajuria is one of the very apt persons to talk about the same. IT team to please play the video of bouquet presentation expressing our sincere honor and gratitude to the distinguished guest. Thank you, team. Over to you, sir. Khajuria, sir.
Thank you, Shipra and Muktaji, and my friend Ajay Kumar Singh ji, Professor BP Singh, well, Sunil Maheshwari, I've been meeting him for a long time at Delhi, so I'm so happy seeing him. And of course, our Singh Saab, always evergreen. So I have I congratulate the organizing team for managing the time so well, and I will honor. I don't know if you, well, if you allow me to present, I will be very fast, but I can use this, no worries. So the topic is elevating. Am I okay? You are allowing me. Thank you so much. So I hope, does this, are you able to see?
Yes, we can see. You can put it on the full screen as well.
Okay. I will do that. I'm gonna talk because it is just a 7-slide presentation, but I want you to, I mean the audience, to focus on more on what I speak, because they will, each one will get a copy of this presentation. The PDF I've already shared with you, you know, and I cannot read everything which is there. So instead of reading, just I would request that throw the glance. And what's more important, I'm going to speak in next 7 minutes. So the title is Elevating and Transforming Mongolia's Higher Education, and that's through ATHIA's transnational accreditation standards, how they are shaping quality in Mongolian technical and higher education sector, and case studies of 2 site visits to UVPC and PAPC. These are 2 technical institutions, and I was the chair only last month. So the important, why I chose this topic is this is more about human intelligence and less about AI. And that's to balance what Sunil and Professor Singh and Brijmohan, they spoke about it. So what is ATHIA in Europe? So ATHIA is Association of Transnational Higher Education Accreditation, and it is based in Vienna, and it has the mandate to globally accredit institutions, not just programs. So in ACBSP, which I have been working with, and lastly as a board member for 15 years about, it was about programmatic accreditation for the business schools and programs. But the ATHIA is for accrediting the entire business school, I mean the entire college or university or institution. So it has a very wide mandate. And this slide is about ATHIA, and like the mission is to promote and ensure academic excellence in higher education institutions globally. So the ATHIA has 10 standards for accreditation. And these are explained in brief in this slide, but I'm going to speak, just the names of the standards for you to imbibe with your human intelligence. The standard one is policy on quality assurance. And no institution, I saw many questions, I tried to answer a few, but all the answers lie in this standard one, Is there a quality assurance policy at the institution level? It might be at a country level. Then standard 2 is student-centered learning, teaching, and assessment, all the internal stakeholders. The standard 3 focuses on teaching staff and their excellence and research and all. Standard 4 on information management, that includes AI, that the institution is managing. Standard 5 is ongoing monitoring of periodic review. I started reading the left one, which has 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And now the right side is 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And they are like design and approval of academic programs, the university, the students' admissions, progression, recognition, and certification, learning resources and student support, public information, and cyclical external quality assurance. That includes all kinds of external accreditation, for example, NAC and NBA in India, and MNCA in the Mongolia. So a slide on Mongolia's higher education landscape. There are 90 plus HEIs and 160K enrolled students. This was their first wave of international accreditation at a ministry level. In ACBSP, I have been to Mongolia earlier to accredit San American University of Mongolia because they are business-centered, the management-centered institution. But this time I went, on behalf of ATHIA as a chair, and this is the first wave of, I will call it, international accreditation in Mongolia. Why? Because this was with Ministry of Education, the joint accreditation with MNCA, Mongolian National Council on Education Accreditation. And this was kind of a first, to my knowledge, the first experience of ever that has happened on transnational accreditation jointly with a nation. And these were the two case studies. The slide mentions both of them. The institutions I visited, Urhangai Polytechnic College and Rajiv Gandhi. You will be happy to know that I saw the Indian former Prime Minister name, which was the name given to the Production and Arts Polytechnic College. Both of them are under Ministry of Education directly. And why Rajiv Gandhi's name was given? Because in 1995, Rajiv Gandhi gave a grant to Mongolia, this institution, to upgrade. And they named it after him. But when I went there, I saw the first photo of our current Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji, and also Draupadi Murmu ji, and the previous of our president, Pranab Mukherjee. So the institution keeps current with the government of India, and so far $5 to $6 million worth of grants have been given by India to Mongolia, this institution. So they had some key strengths I have mentioned, and they have some areas of development as a part of our assessment. Both of them, I'm not reading those things. You can read it later yourself. But in one line, I can say both the institutions had very strong institutional linkages with employers. And they were offering competency-based education, which now even the accreditation councils worldwide are talking about. But Mongolia has implemented. And that shows how current they are trying to keep themselves. The next slide is on transnational impact on Mongolia's higher education. So, if, for example, ATHIA enters the Indian market, what's going to be the benefit to Indian higher education institutions? Something similar you can guess based on this Mongolian study. So number one is global recognition. And what it means, it's mentioned there, I'm not reading. The number two is quality uplift. Because the European standards are far and wide, and it really helps, I can say. The number three is culture of excellence. So it's not about preparing documentation, but it's about how quality is imbibed in the culture. And that's what we see. The fourth benefit is student outcomes. Of course, everyone knows about it. Everyone is concerned about it. The fifth outcome is policy influence. ATHIA could do a little policy influence on Mongolia's higher education system by signing an MOU with the Ministry of Education, especially the Mongolian Accreditation Council, National Council, like our NAC. And they decided to do some pilots. And these were the 3 pilots that ATHIA did, 2 of which I chaired. And the 6th is the institutional pride that I saw in person, that when during the site visit and at the end of it, when I declared the assessment outcomes, usually I had seen in past that the top leadership is available for at the end of the last meeting where we promulgate our decision. But in both the cases, the entire faculties and staff were waiting till late evening, and they assembled in an auditorium, which is an exceptional sight to me. And they said, we want to listen all good, bad, and ugly that you want to talk about. I had nothing bad or ugly to talk about, because in Ethia, we believe there is an opportunity for improvement. There is nothing wrong. So this is how this can benefit a country, the transnational accreditation. The last slide, look, even my mobiles, gave a buzzer to me that time is about to be over. So this is the last slide, conclusion and path forward. The ETIAS, Europe's accreditation framework, is not just a quality mark. It is a catalyst for sustained transformation in Mongolia's higher education sector. And the slide, the one in yellow is written by specifically for this conference, that India has the greatest potential. And at Ethia, we are considering to enter the Indian market, hopefully by locating a non-profit accreditation focused organization to consider kind of collaboration, so that we can benefit at least top 5 to 10% of the universities and colleges of India. Since I'm Indian, I live in India, but I'm in US for about 4.5 months. And I realize that what best I can do for my country is to bring the best to my country. The next steps, of course, are listed there. They are for, what happens after the site visit. So you can go through them. I'm not reading. Thank you so much. And my sincere appreciation to the organizers, especially the Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research, DSPR, your conference on human intelligence, which I focused on. We do not use, by the way, AI for assessing institutional data. I had to read 200 pages before I went for the site visit. So we read and we find out. And even if I tried, like, summarize the document, for example, what I saw in person was substantially different than what AI summarized for me. So I think AI is not really helping so much when it comes to the human decision making and the trust. But I agree that the data analysis, that the colleges and the schools and universities should and must use AI for vast amount of data analysis. But the conclusions, the interpretation must be drawn by the individual student or the faculty or the team. And thank you so much, Professor, all the professors, Ajay Kumar Singh, Bipri Singh, Mukta ji. Thank you so much. My email is mentioned at the end of it. If you have questions and if there is time, you can ask. Otherwise, I can say namaste and thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your enlightening address. Your global perspective and rich experience have brought remarkable depth to the seminar and have left us with much to reflect upon. I think, in accreditation, we have moved from qualitative aspect to quantitative in a very less time span. And, probably AI will very much is going to impact further. It is going to have its presence very soon in the accreditation systems. Anyways, moving now to the release of Delhi Business Review. I would like to invite the attention of each and everyone to the release of DBR, Delhi Business Review, the biannual blind peer-reviewed, refereed research-based international journal of the Society for Human Transformation and Research, listed in Cable's directory and several other databases, including ProQuest, EBSCO, Google Scholar, and the Indian Commerce Association. DBR has continued over the years to strengthen its contribution to research-based scholarship and academic discourse. Now I request the editorial team to kindly help release DBR Volume 27, Number 2, January to June 2026. I would like to request Dr. Pooja to kindly do the needful.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, yes.
And ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. A very good evening to our esteemed dignitaries, respected faculty members, research scholars, students, and all the other participants. As a member of the editorial board of Delhi Business Review, it gives me immense pleasure to present the official release of Delhi Business Review, Volume 27, Issue 1. The latest edition of our prestigious international, biannual, and blind peer-reviewed journal published by the Society for Human Transformation and Research through the Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research. So this is our Delhi Business Review edition, and this is the cover page. So Delhi Business Reviews is indexed as mentioned by the ma'am in Cable's Directory USA, ProQuest, EBSCO, Google Scholar, and the Indian Commerce Association. So this issue includes 3 international research papers and 4 national research papers, along with a case study and a book review, covering a wide range of contemporary themes in artificial intelligence, higher education, healthcare, manufacturing, consumer behavior, sustainability, entrepreneurship, and Indian knowledge systems. So this complete issue is also available online on www.delhibusinessreview.org, making its research accessible across the globe. Thank you very much. And now I hand over the proceedings back to Dr. Shipra ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pooja. I once again, on behalf of the editorial board, extend my sincere thanks to all the contributors, as we could not have achieved this without their valuable support. We now come to the formal conclusion of the inaugural session. I now request Dr. R.S. Singh, sir, to deliver the vote of thanks and acknowledge the contributions of all dignitaries, speakers, organizers, and participants. Dr. R.S. Singh is the officiating director of Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research. He holds an MSc and PhD in Environmental Science from Lucknow University and brings with him over 18 years of rich experience in teaching and academic administration. Over the years, Dr. Singh has contributed significantly to student mentoring, institutional development, and academic leadership. He has also served in key administrative roles such as Deputy Registrar and Registrar, handling important institutional responsibilities with efficiency and commitment. He has actively contributed to the implementation of Deen Dayal Upadhyay Kaushal Vikas Yojana, a central government project being run under DSPSR, further reflecting his commitment to skill development and career-oriented education. Dr. Singh is deeply committed to promoting quality education, research excellence, and sustainable environmental practices. His leadership reflects a strong focus on academic innovation, holistic development, and value-based education. Please join me in welcoming Dr. R.S. Singh, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Shipra, for the generous introduction. Respected chief guest, guest of honor. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Distinguished speaker, esteemed faculty members, delegate, students, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all those joining us from different countries at time zones across the world. It is my proud privilege and honor to propose the vote of thanks at the conclusion of this inaugural session of the 28th Annual International Seminar on Human Intelligence, Artificial Intelligence and Industry 5.0, organized by the Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research, DSPSR. On behalf of the entire DSPSR family, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to all the participants whose valuable presence and contribution have made the inaugural session both memorable and intellectually enriching. At the outset, I express my sincere appreciation to Professor Ajay Kumar Singh for delivering an insightful welcome address and theme address. His thoughtful reflections on evolving relationship between human intelligence, artificial intelligence, and Industry 5.0 provided a strong conceptual framework for the seminar and inspired us to explore the future of human-centric technological advancement. I convey our deepest gratitude to our esteemed keynote speaker, Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhatnagarji, for his enlightening and thought-provoking keynote address. His valuable into emerging technologies, innovation, digital transformation, and the role of human intelligence in shaping the future have greatly enriched our understanding about ethical and explainable AI and inspired meaningful reflection. I would also like to extend our sincere thanks to Professor Sunil Maheswari ji for his distinguished presence and scholarly observation. His insightful remarks have added depth to the deliberation of and encouraged all participants to think critically about the opportunity and challenges emerging in the area of Industry 5.0. Our heartfelt appreciation to Professor Anil Kumar Singh Sahab and Dr. Rajesh Khajuria for their valuable contribution and inspiring thoughts. Their perspectives have enriched the academic discourse and provide meaningful takeaway for researcher, academician, and practitioner alike. I would like to place on record our gratitude to all the paper presenters, session chair, panelists, delegates, researcher, and participants from various institutions and organizations. Your active participation, scholarly contributions, and exchange of ideas are the true strength of this seminar and significantly contribute to its academic excellence and global relevance. A special word of appreciation goes to the editorial team of Daily Business Review, DBR, on the release of volume 27, number 1, January-June 2026. We congratulate the entire editorial team for their unwavering commitment to promoting quality research and academic excellence. I also wish to acknowledge the untiring effort of organizing committee, faculty members, administrative staff, technical team, volunteer, students. Their dedication, meticulously planning, and teamwork have ensured the smooth and successful conduct of this international seminar. Finally, I extend my sincere thanks to each and every participant for joining us today. As we are continue with the technical session and scholarly deliberations, I am confident that this seminar will foster new ideas, collaborative research, and innovative solutions for future where human intelligence and artificial intelligence work together for the betterment of society. With these words, I once again express my heartfelt gratitude to all our distinguished guests and participants. Thank you very much. Over to you, Dr. Shipra.
Thank you very much, Dr. R. Singh, for the gracious word of thanks and for bringing this inaugural session to a warm and dignified close. With this, we conclude the inaugural session. I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem, followed by a virtual group photograph. May I please request the IT team to play national anthem?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय 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 हे।